So let's go now and optimize properly. So we'll go into our ads manager, go to ad sets. We're going to look at the last 3 days. I always like to look at the last 3 full days. So it's last 72 hours and organized by website conversion value. Okay. So now we're going to go down and we're going to go down to where there's no conversions. So you can see here, there's a bunch of ad sets. Like this one didn't even get any adds to cart. This one, add to cart 1674, too high. This one, not bad. I might leave it. But if you want to optimize hard, you can turn it off. So I'm going to turn these off as well because they're getting close to that $20 mark with no sale. These ones are still going, but the problem is there's no add to cart there. So definitely want to turn them off if no add to cart around $10 spend. So turn these off. Okay, so we're going to turn off 11 ad sets and then we'll refresh. Cool. And now that we actually have some data, let's go back to the first, let's look at the entire month and make a cheat sheet for ourselves. Okay, so if we look at what's working in terms of getting sales and the metrics, let's start over here by CPC. So we can actually do this. Let's organize by ROAS. Bring this back up. Cool. Okay, so the ones with the highest ROAS here, you can see the CPC is around $2, even $3. It's actually quite high, but it's still working. So I would say $3 max. And then if we look at the adds to cart, so ATC max is going to be 4, 12, 6, 6, 16, wow, 672. So I would say 15 at an absolute max. Okay, you can optimize that down harder if you want, down to 10, but you may miss out on some sales there. Okay, so let's say 15. And then in terms of CPA, so cost per website purchase, let's see, 356, 47. Definitely want to be going below that $10 mark. So CPA max, 10. And then ROAS should be at least 2 times. ROAS minimum, 2 times. Okay, so those are the ad rules I would go through just looking at the data from this product and this campaign. If you have new ad sets, they have CPCs really high, like above $4 or $5 or more, probably not going to work. Around 3 is tending to work because those clicks are very high quality because we're optimizing for purchase mostly, so that's fine. Add to cart, you know, you really want to be aiming for 10, but at $15 at a max, I think most of them should be under 10. So you would, so let's say if you have a new ad set, if it spends $10 with no add to cart, you probably want to pause it. Okay, this all depends on how aggressive you want to be with optimization and scaling, because of course, the more ads you turn off, the slower you scale. Then we have CPA max. That's $10. So if you're running an ad set and it's got a $20 CPA, it's probably going to be below the 2 times ROAS mark and it's not going to work. All right. So that's it for the cheat sheet metrics. Now let's go back and look at scaling. We can't do the lookalikes yet because if we look at underneath asset library and audiences, you can see the custom audiences are only 300 and 400. We really need to get the custom audience to 1,000 before we go and make lookalikes. But what we can do is create other custom audiences and see if those are going to be near the 1,000 mark. So let's do website engagement on Facebook video. People who viewed at least 25% of the video, and we can choose the video here. So look at this, is our biggest video right here. We're going to select this and confirm, and then we're going to do Angleizer first video, 25% watched. Okay, and then create audience. So that's going to populate. What we can also do is wait for that to happen. If it goes over 1,000, then we can make lookalikes. But for the sake of time, we're going to go in this video and talk about scaling with larger budgets, okay, and increasing budgets by 20% per day. So let's talk about that. So larger budgets. Now, this is definitely, you don't want to be doing larger budgets until you really get your feet wet and you understand your product, the ads, and how things work. With larger budgets, it's a lot riskier. So if you're brand new to this, you want to stick with $10 budgets, okay? If you do want to scale hard and fast, you can hammer it up with a lot larger budgets, between 25 and 100 bucks, I would say. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the ad sets with the most purchases. So this one here, broad intersect 1, is doing well, 2 times ROAS, and it's got 7 purchases. So we can go in and edit and see the size of this audience. Now, when you scale with larger budgets, you need to have big audiences, at least 2 million. So that one's too small. So let's go edit broad intersect 9, see how big this is. 1.4 million, not bad. Let's look at this one. 1.5 million, not too bad. And this is the new video. Let's see the size of this, too small. So let's just do this one as an example, the broad intersect 5. It's got a nice ROAS of almost 5 times. So we're going to duplicate, new campaign. And we're going to edit. And we'll do 25. And we can even make this audience a bit bigger. Just to make it different, you don't want to have 2 exactly the same ad sets targeting the same creative. Okay, so that's a bit different. This is fine. Interesting, this is actually on video views. Okay, so we'll do 25 on that. Then we'll save and continue. And launch that. So what we're going to be doing is scaling with bigger budgets to different types of ad sets. So that was a video view ad set. So we'll see if that works and holds with a higher budget. And then what we can also do is do a conversion. So we'll duplicate this one here. New campaign. Edits. We'll put on here 25. And let's try to make this a bit bigger as well. Cool, that's a bit bigger, looks good. We'll do 1-day conversion and we'll launch that. And this new video seems to be working pretty well, so we're going to duplicate this one as well. And let's see how this new video does with the higher budget. And we'll try to make this a bit bigger. Cool, that looks good. 1-day conversion, and we'll launch that one. Okay. Now, between these 2 methods of scaling up vertically, I definitely prefer the larger budgets compared to the increasing budgets. I don't really like to touch ad sets that are working. You want to leave them alone if they're working, but definitely we can test larger budgets and see if those work. Okay, so let's launch a few more here. Let's launch this. Let's duplicate this scale one here. This looks interesting. And this time we'll do 50 because it's such a large audience, 11 million. So the bigger the audience, the larger you can scale by the budget. And we don't have to really change the targeting just because it's such a massive audience. So we'll place order there. And I'm actually going to dupe it again with 100. And we'll see how that holds as well. So dupe again. New campaign, edit ad set. We'll do 100. Looks good, and we'll launch that guy. All right, so that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you how to scale up with larger budgets and how to go about it. I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.